Hello, greetings. Your Auntie Augustine again, and happy holidays to my Muslim brothers. And I think today they are celebrating their Salah. It will be for 2 days. So, for the while that they will celebrate it, my highest regards to each and every one of you. Celebrate well. Now, today the title of my broadcast is Be Intentional about becoming a meaningful, specific within our Krengo private society or within the TBC community, whichever it is. Now, if you are just turning into my broadcast for the very first time, I would appreciate if you can give a thumbs up and also subscribe. Click on the notification bell if you haven't also done so. And before I will begin, I want to give a shout out to as many that has done well to diligently follow up on my broadcast and also give me a thumbs up. That's a kind of acknowledgement that shows that you do love me and then you really love the information I'm giving out. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, today my broadcast is going to be straight to the point, and after that, I'll call it quits. Now, there'll be an addition of a few things I'll have to say. Now, there was a meeting we had yesterday, as usual, our mass adoption meeting. And in that our mass adoption meeting, there was another information that was given to us by the administration. I would share our screen and to see the Kringle cash. And then after that, I'll just say a few things. And then I conclude by watching a video, a very wonderful video. I want to say hi greetings to the administration, his life. And anytime he's live, my broadcast is usually great. And anytime he's also live, the day usually goes well because I highly respect him, you know. So thank you very much for being on my broadcast, sir. So let me quickly go to my screen to share and say a few things. And then after that, I'll call it quits. Now, let's look into our Kringle Cash. This is our Kringle Cash. And our numbers has been steadily appreciating. Now, yesterday in our meeting, the administration talked about the promo that we were having. Now, this promo is going to apply for this month, the month of July. Now, he also talked about the promo and that this promo will continue until the end of this year, this particular promo. Now, let me read this content. Expires August 31st, 2021, or when the admin wallet's balance reaches 500 million TBC. Now, from the month of August, most likely, and this particular thing after the month of August, sorry, this particular thing will be extended until the month of December 31st, 2021, or whichever one comes first, the admin's wallet getting to 500 million TBC. Now, this actually implies that everyone that will take part in this particular promo, that is making a yearly subscription fee, the person will get 1,000 TBC. Now, it's going to be like a snowball rolling down the hill. That's exactly how it's going to happen. Now, it could just be a very little small snowball rolling down, and then as it keeps rolling, it gets bigger. Now, so far so good. The people that has actually registered is 175. Now, what's going to happen is this. Before the end of this month, it's going to be about 500, around 500 or more. Now, it's also possible for it to get to 1,000, but if it exceeds 500, then that's a great one. Now, it's very likely that it will exceed 500 too, because a whole number of people wants to get 1,000 TBC, and they know that it's a factor of first come, first serve, meaning that if you make a subscription fee as at last month, if you made a subscription fee in the month of June, you are going to get 500 TBC and then you enjoy 1,000 TBC all through the rest of the year. Now, some people missed the month of June, so they are going to be reasonable enough to go about making a early subscription for the month of July. Now, that means in the month of July, August, September, October, November, and December, they will be having 1,000 TBCs. So that will sum up to about 6,000 TBC. And that's huge. Apart from the fact that every month they will be getting 100 TBC. I think that's a plus for each of them that will take part in this offer. You see, we've been taking our time. I'm going to quickly address that matter concerning our food subsidy, because that food subsidy is something that is going to really be so huge, which so many people yet do not know. And a number of people are becoming aware. The food subsidy centers are going to start up soon. Now, we are using this app. You know what the app is? Food subsidy app. We are using that app to gather enough people. In my broadcast yesterday, I talked about it. So we are gathering enough people, and the condition is simple. We just need a cluster of 1,000 people within a particular location. And then once a food subsidy center has been set up there, it continues to expand. I dare to say that in another 1 year from now, we'll be having about 1,000 food subsidy centers. And in the next 2 years from now, we'll be having more than 1,000. We'll be having close to 2,000 or 5,000. And the more these food subsidy centers are, the more liquid TBC becomes, because merchants will see what's going on, and they would also take that same initiative and start accepting kringles to the tune of 50%. Whether those merchants are dealing with electronics or those merchants are dealing with cars, whatever it is, we need to set up this food subsidy center. That's what is going to break the camel's back. But before the food subsidy centers will be set up, there is every tendency that the admin's wallets would have come down to 500 million TBC. You see, this thing is carefully calculated. It's what you call a, a deliberate way of building abundance. The people who will be answering the title of TBC billionaires will not answer that title by mistake. The people who will answer the title of TBC billionaires will not answer that title by mistake or coincidentally. It will be a deliberate effort. And it's not just going to be limited to making a subscription fee payment and standing alone as a billionaire. You should have at least two downlines that are supporting you. Minimum requirement, two downlines. If you have more than two, that's a plus on your behalf. Another thing you should be aware of is that we need to hustle, we need to hurry up. And you should also be truthful, because do not be so desperate and then you go to bring in a downline and you tell him what is not in the TBC community. You see, there are so many people that are out there that are laden with corrupt minds, and they actually tell people things that are not in the TBC community. And when they come in and find out that it is different, they will either distest their upline or they will distest the system. Be truthful. One thing about life is that what is yours will surely locate you. Just make sure you do your part. From a scriptural point of view, be active or proactive. Now, they say watch and pray. That's the scriptural point of view. Now, watching means you are observing how things are, you are making deliberate effort. Praying means you are doing your part to make sure that you are backed up spiritually, because I make prayers on a daily basis, and I tell myself I don't want downlines that would give me headache. I want downlines that are loving. I want downlines that are caring. I want downlines that have hearts to change the world, not downlines that are laden with corrupt minds and they are looking for ways to swindle and take advantage of people. I don't want such. I want downlines that are very simple at heart and they are willing to learn. I want downlines that has the minds of children. And these things I say, I believe, and I have been having them. I may not have had 1,000 downlines yet, but I would get over 1,000 downlines soon, because I am deliberate about what I want and I listen to people's energy as I interact with them. If your energy is given to corrupt minds and you think TBC is a place where you can make quick money and run away, because that's what most people do. They try to make quick money and they run away. No, we will not accommodate such people over time, because the system are filtering out billionaires. Like I said, meaningful, specific. It would not happen by mistake. You have to be conscious of what you're doing until you get there. There is a whole lot that is going to still happen, because after we filled out our membership of 1 billion, we'll become very organized. We will also need governing authorities that will be across the world. We've not heard anything. We haven't yet set up a board of trustees. We haven't yet set up privy council. These people will also be in the billionaire category, particularly in the core team, because to whom more is given, much is expected. It's not someone that just came in yesterday that would be in the core team. Sorry, it's not someone that would just come in yesterday that will be in the board of trustees or privy council. Those places can be referred to as senior advocates. Those people that are lawyers, senior advocates, people who understand the law and they are able to stand on the law. If you picture it from the scriptural point of view, there are people that will swear to their own hearts, I will not change not. What does it mean to swear to your own heart? You can make some decrees that you know very well that could cost you your life, but you stand on it because it is to the benefit of mankind. These are the kind of people that will raise, that will be qualified to be called billionaires. TBC is worth the task. So if you choose to be a meaningful specific, good. But if you decide that you want to be on the background, well, the system will reward you based on yourself being relegated to the background. The system will reward you based on yourself, or you relegating yourself to the background. I think your showing up in the TBC community gives you momentum, it gives you strength, and it gives you an ability to discover yourself, because I have discovered a whole lot about myself. As I keep making broadcasts, I keep learning new things about myself. And the system also rewards me for showing up. And I am doing the part I can. Though I have some activities that are tight during the day, I still make out time, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. And I am deliberate. I keep doing it every day. Trust me, it's not been easy. Trust me. A number of people are lopsided. So many people have this mentality that is appalling. But what do you do? Is that the reason why you back out? No, keep trying, because it is in your effort that you will make breakthrough. I believe those people who mine gold, they do it, and though it takes a whole lot of process to mine gold, at the end the gold comes out fine. You are also a process that is undergoing mining in the TBC community. You are being mined into becoming pure gold, and every individual that is added to the TBC community is seen as a grain of gold. But that grain of gold is under mining process. And at some point, when we've gotten to our global adoption of 1 billion, you can say, yes, I am a qualified grain of gold that was added to the TBC community, and I am shining, you know, but then remember, we are not what backed up by gold. I want you to understand that these things are instances that we use to measure people and then give them worthy values. It's all about agreements. Okay. So you listening to me, that will listen to me in the course of time also, I want you to be deliberate. I am not promising you that it's going to be easy, but comparing it to the present system, the genocidemic is getting more obvious. I watched a video by the Dollar Vigilante. I subscribed to him on YouTube. This guy is saying a whole lot. One world government turning on the heat, compliant frogs boiling alive. And there are a whole lot of people who are going along with the system. I have declared my stand, and my stand is I am not complying to the system. Whatever it costs me, I believe that God saw this and He will not give me a temptation that is bigger than myself. He would give me that which I can carry. So I don't know how difficult this thing will get over time, because they are beginning to enforce a whole lot of things. And a lot of people who are ignorant are complying. I am doing everything humanly possible, making videos. I am sending updates on my WhatsApp, video updates, every update I can. I am trying to tell everyone, you know why? The reason is because I wouldn't be guilty of anyone's blood. There are people that are keeping quiet and they are consenting. I am speaking out so that in another 1 or 2 years, no one will tell me that you knew about these things and you allowed me to go about taking this vaccine. I am guilty. I am not guilty of anyone's blood. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't know about you. Listen, it's not compulsory that the whole world will watch your videos. If 20 people watches your videos, 50 people watches your videos, 100 people watches your videos, those people are being informed. Possibly that's how nature wants it. But then there are people who 1 million people watch their videos. Fine. The point is everyone has their own destination and you shouldn't envy the other person. Do your part and be happy about the efforts you have made. It's that simple. Now, let's conclude. Being a meaningful specific, I'm going to share our video in our new private blog. I'll just say a few things and that will be all. It's that simple. Now, the administration has been deliberate. The administration takes time to speak his mind using this Kringle Cash new private blog. How to put things into perspective. This is our broadcasters meeting. Now he's telling you that you should do well to take part in this broadcasters meeting. If you can't do it live, do well to watch the video. As simple as that. So there is a whole lot that was spoken in it. I wouldn't have the time to explain it all. Your choice. If you want to watch it, it's all up to you. But there is wisdom that is being given to us by Stephen Covey and Bay Derrick. I cannot overemphasize on efforts that these people has made to build TBC to the destination that we are getting to. And I really love their spirit. That's been meaningful specifics. They are working, they are doing their part, though they have busy schedules. They are doing their part to make sure that TBC moves forward. If we can adopt that mind and we can get properly organized, I think we can get to our destination. Nothing can stop us. The second to the last thing I'll talk about is this. Now, this is someone that wanted to show by example. Now, the person is letting us know that she can accept 50% TBC and also 50% cash. Now, this is a lady, and this is something that was put down by the administration. Let's read it together. I wouldn't have the time to watch. I am actually giving this video for people to also pay attention because these things I'm doing now will look like it's not counting. But in another 1 year, now check this out. Between now and the end of this year, I will be a broadcaster and I will keep making broadcasts from the beginning of every month through to the end of this year. And the system will reward me. If tomorrow I come out and I call myself a billionaire, I have brought in merchants. I've brought in over 100 merchants in the community, and I am still bringing in. I have paid my monthly subscription. I have paid my yearly subscription. I have tried both, and I find out yearly is better. I have spoken to people over 200 about TBC. Some are active, some are not. If tomorrow TBC, okay, when tomorrow TBC succeeds, will you come to me and say that I wasn't qualified to be that title, to be a TBC billionaire? Would you have the guts to come to me and tell me that I did not merit my positions? Well, you and I know, the heavens and the earth knows that I am doing all humanly possible to see that this system succeeds. I have given up a whole lot to make sure that this system, and I will give up a whole lot more if there is need for that. Now, that's what you call the mind to build a system to success. I don't know whether you are gaining unjustly from the fiat-based system. Out of 100 people who are doing things in the system fiat-based, less than 10% are doing things that glorify their creator. I may sound crazy at this point, but I'm telling you the truth. Now, I have not spent so many years on this earth, but I have seen things. I have seen a whole lot of things. There are a whole lot of people that are doing things that are shady, starting from the government to corporation to private institutions. A whole lot is going wrong. But then, if you look at it from the scriptural point of view and the principle laid down by our Creator to follow, I don't think we are obeying it. In the TBC community, skip into the future or project into the future. We will succeed. And when we succeed, and we live in a world of abundance, I think we can do things that would not need us to do ungodly things, things that are ungodly. I wouldn't want to mention them, but you know what I'm talking about. There are a whole lot that people are doing now that is not glorifying their God, and TBC is giving you an alternative. Why not hold on to this opportunity and become a meaningful specific? The choice is yours. United for Food Subsidy program is a very large undertaking, and it is taking time to fully prepare all that is needed before setting up the first food subsidy center. Now, another thing you should bear in mind is that the government has not come for us yet. You've been hearing about the government coming for some coins in the coin market cap and all that. Trust me, the government will soon come for us. We have just created what we call an allegiance with life force. Very soon, fundings will start coming in to the assemblies that will be created. That's when you will now see the wrath of the government. Prepare for what is going to come, because what is going to come will be as exciting as ever. It will have two feelings: fear and faith. Whichever one you subscribe to, so be it. But it's going to question yourself, question your integrity as a member of the TBC community. If you are intelligent, you will overcome it. But if you are fearful, well, you will fall. When these food subsidy centers will be set up, of course, the government will look for a loophole. I've been saying this thing before, and I still say it again. Well, it's not me that has the final say. The administration will have the final say. But the point is that someone called me yesterday from India. The person asked a question. The question was, how can I send money from India to the United States and a whole lot of other things without involving the government? That was what the question the person asked me. Now, I told the person that, well, to be very honest, you can use private coins. Now, there are two major private coins, or a whole lot of private coins. Now, in the private system, we have TBC. You can use TBC. But the only difference is that TBC does not work with paper money. So if you are going about TBC, you can make a yearly subscription fee and then tell your clients that you will send TBC to the person and that the person will transact with you using TBC. Because we are building an alternative system, we are not using the government's money. We are using our own money, which is TBC coins. The person interjected and said, why? Isn't it possible to send in about $25 million and then the person gets it there after they have paid a certain tax or a certain commission? I said, well, that's possible. You can use coins like Monero or private chain. Now, those ones exist in the coin market cap. You can go about that. The difference is this: when you choose to use private coins like Monero and the likes, you will need to go through an exchange if you are going to convert that money into cash. Their exchanges serve as banks. And then when that is done, the government can choose to come there to go carry out an audit. And then they can see your transactions there because you converted your Monero into cash, and they can decide to come clamp down on you to ask, where are you getting this money from? And the person was like, wow, that's a very difficult thing. I am trying as much as possible to evade anything that has to do with government. And I told the person that that's not possible. The only way to build a system that will not be controlled, monitored by the government is going private. Our system has nothing to do with government. In fact, even taxes, we are not paying taxes to the government. Well, it varies from countries to countries. There are some countries that there will be a need to pay taxes, but you will not be charged taxes for holding TBC. There are some people that will be charged taxes for holding money in their accounts. It's that bad. Yeah, if you're in banks, you find out that every month they charge you because you are holding that money in their custody. And a bit of that money is what? Remitted to the government. And the person was really crazy. I told the person that this is a very simple thing. TBC is building an alternative economy, and we are not allowing any system to corrupt our system, and that system has to do with the elite system. The person also said that we pay taxes using fiat. I said, no, we don't pay taxes. We don't pay subscription fees. Sorry. We don't pay subscription fees using the fiat systems. We are using cryptocurrencies, respectively Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And that these currencies were never created by the government. No government created it. No government has jurisdiction over it. So the government cannot come to you tomorrow and say that we are fining you for using our currency. It does not apply. However, when you make a subscription fee payment, the TBC community gives you their own currency because you have taken part in fulfilling some certain beneficial activities. We also very well clearly state that the TBC coins do not belong to you. Just like yesterday, while I was at my place of work, there was this guy, and he was a very influential guy. I don't know if he involves in advanced fee fraud or he makes money from a sincere point of view. He was wasting money on the streets and was doing so many things. So the person, my colleague, came to me and said that this guy is acting very funny and he's spending money anyhow, and that money doesn't even belong to him. It belongs to his government, and he's just spending it as he likes. I smiled and I said, wow, the administration is quite intelligent. You know, he thought, the person spending this money thought that it was actually his own, because I asked my colleague that money he's spending, doesn't it belong to him? He said, no, it's not his own. It's the government that own it. They are the ones who created it. And I smiled. I said, okay, that clearly means that TBC is on point. TBC is doing the right thing. Now, I also want to, on this little explanations or things that I've said, I want to also say, when the food subsidy centers will start up or will start up, the government would also try to find a way to be in charge, to regulate, to control, or to take charge over food subsidy centers. They would dare to try it. But trust me, we are not going to use anything that has to do with government-backed currencies, fiat currencies. I am saying this because I understand the nature of how governments work. The administration has the final say. He will decide how that will be. But I want us to understand that when this food subsidy center starts, men, prepare yourself, because TBC will fight the media war. TBC will fight the war against the government. Though we are lawful, though we are not in their jurisdiction, they know that we are taking power out of them. Power is not given, power is taken. Power is not given. We are taking power, we are replacing the system, we are replacing the government. We are going to do that. I'm sounding funny, I know, but with time, your eyes of understanding will open to this truth. All right, now let me finish. This hasn't stopped the inspired Tibetian in the Philippines from finding a way to offer food products for 50% TBC. United for Food, Tacloban, that's the person's name, I think, or the store. Tacloban store is open every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. People can avail 50% gringos and 50% cash. Now, if they can do it, so can you in your country. I'm grateful to see this good example. It's unfortunate that I am not having a shop. I would have really loved to impact TBC from experience. I mean, practically. But well, God knows best. But I want to congratulate this person. This person has done a great job. So, those of us who are in the TBC community, do well to explore the content that has been given by the administration. This was yesterday's meeting. There was a whole lot to say. I'm not going to talk about the meeting, at least not today. But admin is speaking to us in esoteric language. This particular content, from here to this point, he said something. He has been repeating the same thing, but there are numbers that are changing. There are numbers that are changing. And we have seen it and we have accepted it because that was the part we chose to comply with. The core team is being filled out, and it is clearly stated that people who will take part in the core team should pay with crypto. Some are paying with bulk credits, grains of gold. Well, after 3 months, you'll be taken out. I've been saying these things. People are listening, but they are doing it the way they like. In the nearest future, they would understand better. All right, I think I will stop here. I was supposed to play a video, but I don't know if I can still play that video because time is already against me. But then I think people can watch it. I will not have the chance to play it. Billionaires do this for 10 minutes every single morning. I'm not supposed to play this video anymore because my time is actually fast spent. So thank you very much for those of us that has watched this video. And I want to say thank you very much to the admin. The admin has been a source of encouragement to me. He may not really understand, but he has brought out the best in me. And I also want to thank God for Brother Tindi. Brother Tindi is also excellent. He has also followed up on all my videos, a good number of my videos. I love the kind of mindset that Brother Tindi has. You know, it's a very good one. And there is one other person here, Moses Kibirich. I really don't know his name. Moses, I think Moses is fine. You guys has been great to come to my broadcast, listen to my broadcast, and made your contributions. I am very grateful. Being a meaningful specific is all I ask of you. I don't promise that it's going to be easy. At some point, competition will set in, and that competition will be huge. To be in the core team comprising of 11,000, to be in the mass adoption team comprising of 111,111, and all these people will be receiving over $500,000 because it won't be $500,000. Grains of gold will go up. Gold will soon go up. Bull market will soon start. And trust me, when it starts, it will go up like 4, 5 times. These things I'm saying is for the record because when it starts happening, there will also be people who chose to be lonely billionaires that would not be able to meet up with their monthly subscription fee because they did not build a foundation. They didn't build, there is always what you call a foundation base. Whether you are dealing with a pad foundation or a strip foundation or a pile foundation or you do a raft foundation, there is always a good foundation base. That foundation base is in direct proportion to the nature of the soil. I want you to prepare for what is going to come, and it's going to likely happen this year. Don't say I didn't know. Being a billionaire is not going to happen by mistake. You must plan it and work steadfastly into achieving it. Some people still don't know what's going on. It's your choice. I hope you make a good choice. All right, let me conclude. And hello, that's my admin. Thank you for being there. I really do appreciate. And I think you are still there because that has always been your way. Hello, thank you for choosing to a strong leader in the TB. Okay, thank you for being a strong leader in the TBC community. Yeah, it's the grace of God. I do appreciate. And I also want to also say thank you for giving me that feedback. Greetings from this side, bro. Nice broadcast. Brother Tindi, you've been a great man. I do appreciate. All right, so thank you very much. We are going to have a holiday today and tomorrow. Till I come your way again, I will come your way again tomorrow by God's grace. Please try as much as possible to be a meaningful specific. Being a meaningful specific is not done by mistake. It's not done by accident. You must work, and after working, you would prove that you are qualified because only the best will merit it. So I will stop here. If there is any information that is to be said by the administration, I would appreciate. But if there is nothing, then I think I'll call it quit for now. All right, I think that'll be all. Cheers, and do have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Bye for now.